So I was just asked over the weekend to describe what you can expect from a behavior consultant through the Kplan. So the Kplan is here in Oregon, and it really is for families who have children with complex behavior needs usually, but can have a lot of other things going on also. But families need to qualify through their local developmental disabilities program, which you can find online if you need more information. But once you have gotten a hold of a case manager and you have become eligible for what is called Kplan, you also can be eligible for behavior support services. Now, what is typically required is that your behavior consultant meets with you and figures out what's going on for you and your family, what are the top needs, and what I typically do is really go straight for safety issues. So making sure that if there are any safety issues going on, kids who are wandering, kids who are hurting each other or hurting themselves or hurting others, that those are high priority behaviors that we want to decrease quickly. So usually those are first, and what we need to do through the Kplan, its a requirement, is to use 15 hours for what is called a functional behavior assessment. A functional behavior assessment is truly that, for us to find out what is the function of that behavior. So doing a lot of observation of the child, talking to people who know and love this child, doing observations of when the behavior is happening, but also when the behavior is not happening, trying to figure out why is that child using that behavior to communicate something. Our belief here at Synergy is that children do well if they can, and so that they don't want to be using that behavior either. It's usually that they don't have another way, they haven't learned another way to communicate something, and that's our job. So first we need to find out the function of the behavior. So that's that first 15 hours, can usually be done within a month or two. Pretty intense month or two, but that's usually what happens first, or has to happen first. Then a report's written. So a report from your behavior consultant saying this is what we think that the function of the behavior is. Then the next phase is called the behavior support plan or behavior plan. So using that information gleaned from the functional behavior assessment, what can we teach this child to support them to change their behavior, to either increase a different behavior or decrease the behavior that you're seeing, or both. So say, for example, the team and your behavior consultant decided that your child, the function of behavior of hitting a sibling was to get their attention. So what our job during the behavior support plan would be to teach that child then, how are we going to teach him to get his sibling's attention without hitting? So changing the behavior. Behavior 101, bottom line, you can't change a behavior without replacing it. So you can't get rid of a behavior, you can't get rid of a behavior without replacing it. So we've got to replace it with something that's functional for that child. So that's phase 2. So phase 1, functional behavior assessment. Phase 2 is behavior support plan. That's 12 hours. So you've got 15 hours and then 12 hours for your behavior support plan. Then your behavior consultant writes another report saying, here's the plan. Here's what I want the family to do. This is what I want the teams to do, whoever it is. So grandparents, aunts, uncles, respite providers, whoever it is, that this is what I want everybody to do, where I think as a behavior consultant that we can decrease the challenging behaviors, especially the safety issues, and increase behaviors that can communicate something in a more appropriate manner. Then what happens is that you as a family need to go back to your case manager and say, I want support in implementing these things. And that's where typically it's 18 hours of family training. So for you to be able to have 18 hours for the rest of a year, so Kplan is for 1 year, so you've got functional behavior assessment, behavior plan, and then you have to ask your case manager for this additional 18 hours that follows all of that. That means you get to meet with your behavior consultant once a month, once every other week, to say, hey, this is how it's going, to be able to make some long-term preventative changes, to really support your child in becoming more independent, being able to control things that are appropriate rather than controlling things that are inappropriate. Some really cool preventative and long-term changes. So I really encourage you to go back to your case manager and ask for those 18 hours. So I'm going to repeat it one more time. So what you can expect from your behavior consultant through the Kplan is doing a functional behavior assessment for 15 hours, getting to know your child, getting to know the whole team, getting to know the history and the story, trying to figure out the functional behavior. Phase 2, behavior support plan, that's 12 hours. Then the last phase, again you have to ask for this, is this 18 hours of ongoing family training, or family support. So there you go. So 3 phases, it's usually 27 hours in total, 15, 12, and then 18. So, 27 hours plus 18 hours. So anyway, yeah, let me know if you have questions, but there it is in a nutshell, and that's what you can expect from your from your behavior consultant. If you have problems with your behavior consultant, please go back to them first and say, hey, this is what I know should be happening. Let me know why it's not. And if you don't get results, go back to your case manager, because this is what you're entitled to. So ask. It's a squeaky wheel, sadly. There's a lot of people on the Kplan now. There's a lot of families who need support. So you just need to ask. All right, take care. Good luck. Let me know if you have questions. Bye.